Breaking news on this Monday morning, another positive test in the White House. This time it is the president's press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, posting this to Twitter just a few moments ago.
Well, you've seen those pictures, as of all of us, of McEnany briefing the press yesterday at the White House in the driveway, not wearing a mask during that briefing. So there will be some concern among the reporters now who were exposed to Kayleigh McEnany yesterday, now that she has that positive diagnosis today.
It's worth noting that Kayleigh McEnany says that she tested negative every day since Thursday, and today is testing positive this morning, which is kind of a cautionary tale, a warning that even if officials are testing negative, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are in the clear. She has been at the White House in recent days. She was there yesterday. She spoke with reporters, removing her mask to take a few questions that were outdoors. Now, her statement says that she had no close contacts, no one with the press, meaning the White House medical unit has not deemed any reporters as being a close contact. But still, it's a cautionary tale in the sense that as we progress through this, just because an official tests negative one day does not mean that the next day they're also going to test negative.
9 people in that Rose Garden ceremony now. 9 people who have tested positive for COVID-19 because they thought, oh, we could just get tested, even though we know there's an incubation period and you could test negative for a while but still have COVID-19 and be shedding the virus. But we're above everything because we're rich and we're powerful and we're shameless, which is number one about it. By the way, Kayleigh McEnany once said in February to Fox News that coronavirus wouldn't come here because Trump's so strong. Now you have the virus. Is coronavirus not coming to the United States anymore? Because it's in your body now. I hope she's okay, but Kayleigh McEnany spoke to reporters on Thursday after it was clearly known within the White House, and there are reports that they were trying to cover it up and keeping it from becoming public, that Hope Hicks had tested positive for COVID-19, and Kayleigh McEnany had come into contact with Hope Hicks. So she's addressing reporters maskless, knowing she came into contact with somebody who had tested positive for coronavirus, and now the president has it. He's in the hospital. He's doing these bizarre drive-bys. Melania Trump has it. Chris Christie has it. It's infected everybody. And she still felt emboldened to address reporters without a mask. They don't care about reporters at all. Mark Meadows had also come into contact with all of those positive people. He has yet to test positive for COVID-19, but he still addressed reporters maskless after Trump had tested positive for coronavirus. And Mike Pence, after the vice presidential debate, is gonna do another rally. This is the kind of shameless attitude of the administration, even as the president is in the hospital for COVID-19. So if they were poor, they would be prosecuted for reckless endangerment. But because they're rich and powerful, well, they can do whatever they want. So, this gets my blood boiling. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany announced Monday she tested positive for COVID-19, the latest in a string of staffers to contract the disease that has hobbled the Trump operation less than a month before Election Day. It's also further indictment of the White House's reliance on rapid antigen tests to screen staffers and outsiders coming into the complex while continuing to operate relatively normally as a pandemic rages. She also claimed to have no knowledge that senior Trump aide Hope Hicks tested positive for COVID-19 prior to holding a press briefing without a mask last Thursday, a decision that has come under fire for potentially exposing those present. McEnany has also held multiple gaggles without a face covering in the days since, though she said that the White House's medical experts do not consider her to have had close contacts with any members of the media. Sure. As an essential worker, I have worked diligently to provide needed information to the American people at this time, McEnany said in the statement. She's an essential worker? With my recent positive test, I will begin the quarantine process and will continue working on behalf of the American people remotely. At least 3 reporters who have been and around the White House have tested positive recently, the White House Correspondents Association said late last week. So yeah, I should have even included that when I was talking about it. She addressed reporters since that Thursday briefing too. As someone who works in media, I feel for these reporters. They have to do their jobs, and masks are to protect other people. That's what this is. The reporters are wearing masks because they care about protecting other people. The White House, they don't care. If you're wearing a mask and you're surrounded by people who aren't wearing masks and are shedding the virus, the mask doesn't protect you. It protects you a little, but you can still get the virus, as evidenced by the fact that one of the Republican senators who tested positive was wearing a mask at the Rose Garden ceremony. So her recklessness, it would be fine if she was endangering herself. Go crazy, ride a motorcycle, Kayleigh McEnany, do backflips into a pool of lava and see if you can land on a rock. I don't care. You can do anything you want in your free time. Protect other people. But no, that's way too much to ask of this Trump administration. So I really don't have much sympathy for her in this instance. I hope, of course, that she is okay. I hope Trump is okay. I hope Melania is okay. But the reckless endangerment aspect, coupled with the policy of reckless endangerment, in mocking people for wearing masks, encouraging the reopening of the country, all of these things. Now, I'm not going to cry for you. I'm rooting for you to get better, but I'm not going to stop criticizing this administration and its unbelievable malfeasance.